Hello, Guilders, and welcome in to Session 1 of Dungeon of the Mad Mage, Halaster's game. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here, and thank you so much for the support shown at the beginning of the stream. Thank you for the hype train. It's all goes to funding the magic, and if you're also feeling incredibly generous, exclamation point stream loots in the chat. We're using a form of monetization, which will all be split amongst the cast, where you will be able to earn fun cards to modify and play with the stream. And every time that enough folks are generous enough to pay for enough packs, that everybody gets a little payout the cast gets a little payout. A bonus round will start, and there's going to be all kinds of fun interaction that will happen therein. We're going to be diving straight into that dungeon very, very shortly. But before we do so, I want to go around and introduce my lovely cast. To start, we'll just go left to right. So we're going to go ahead and start with Goldmoon. Goldmoon, why don't you take it away?
Hello, good evening. I'm Goldmoon. She, her. I'll be playing Gobloidus, the soil sucker goblin who loves to live in the sewers. Gobloidus uses he, him pronouns, and he has a pet cranium rat named Wrinkle.
Beautiful. Next, Hex, or Sesh.
Yes, I am TheSeshCast, he, him. I will be playing Hex Starchild, he, they. Today, Hex is on the lookout for his lost child who was taken into the dungeon.
Perfect. Maybe. Perfect. Next, Mish.
Alrighty. I am MishroomSoup. You can call me Mish. I'm going to be playing Melkiel, Higher Vessel. He goes by he, him pronouns. My pronouns are she, him, all that great stuff. He is here to make sure they don't die.
Beautiful. And last but certainly not least, Werewolf.
Hi. I am playing Henrietta Alumax, last of her line, a sort of socially focused warforged who is the leader of the newest generation of her line of warforged, and she is here to serve a mean cheese plate and know all the best gossip in town.
Perfect. Excellent. And I'm your humble dungeon master, Timbo. My pronouns are he, him. And I'm going to be taking our intrepid crew here on a fantastical journey into the depths below Waterdeep. So we start our journey with a letter being delivered to each of you. The letter itself is on a fine, dark purple parchment, not unlike the parchment of the invite to the Bazaar Bazaar. And as the text on all the letters remains the same. It's heeding you to, it's an invitation to meet at the Yawning Portal, and that the opportunity, but it won't say more than that, other than that it's the opportunity of your lifetime, and with its reward being the greatest thing you could possibly wish for. And all these letters are signed not with a name, just with two letters, HB. And whether or not through some unseen influence or magical means or just curiosity, you all find yourself together on the Yawning Portal on this fine day. It's a late autumn day, kind of like it is in the real world, and it's a little crisp in the air as y'all are kind of coming inside, and I feel like it's pretty like almost kind of like a starlit moment, where all y'all see each other and you're just like, we're coming here independently or something, and y'all decided to group up. What are y'all thinking?
I think once Hex started coming this direction and saw people he knows, he's like, oh, they're going the same way. I'm just going to group up with them.
Hex! Don't forget, you gotta always bring the muck.
Oh yes, I almost forgot Gobloidus, and then Hex grabs like the closest bit of muck and puts it in his pocket for later.
Perfect. So it sounds like Gobloidus and Hex are kind of heading are at the yawning portal together. Would we say it's fair that Melkiel and Henrietta maybe also arrive?
Yeah, I think that Henrietta is just kind of as conspicuous as she can possibly be, kind of all the time. She is, wearing her long blue jumpsuit, but she's also joined it with like a floor length blue, like cobalt blue cape or cloak as well, and she has it like pulled up over her head, and she's visiting visiting the yawning portal as like another popular establishment, and so it's like just that super out of touch, like trying not to be conspicuous and then showing up in a floor length bright blue cloak, that kind of thing.
Right. Absolutely. And Melkiel is with you. Do you think? What do you think, Mish?
I think just kind of like, oh, you plan on going there? It's on my to-do list. Do you think we'll just go together and, just knock out the whole thing together? Just,
Yeah, definitely. I think that it makes sense for the two of us to be there together.
Perfect. Yeah. So y'all enter in together. You and Henrietta. Well, Hex and Gobloidus, I feel like maybe are like y'all enter in from different entrances, maybe, and see each other across the crowded barscape, which looks a little bit like this. The yawning portal itself is quite the sight in Waterdeep. It is a large 3-story tavern, the center of which is a 40-foot wide well, which just drops straight into Undermountain. It's a rowdy night at Undermountain right now, and you can see there's like, the classic ceremonial bucket that is lifted and raised in and out of Undermountain, manned by the man himself, the arbiter of the bar, Durnan. He lifts and lowers people for a gold piece each. And it's just crowded. People are drinking and having a good time. And y'all see each other across the way in this crowded barscape.
Gobloidus, look, compatriots.
Yeah, those are our friends. Hey guys, what are you doing here?
what a surprise to see the two of you here out on business, or I suppose pleasure, given the tavern.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be shy about it. I got a letter that I get to go into the dungeon today. I've been waiting on this waiting list for a decade. I mean, this is the place to go exploring. And when you're a sewer rat like me, you go exploring.
I also received a letter, and I've also been waiting to go into this dungeon. A child of mine was taken deep into the dungeon, and I must find them.
You have a
Hex, you have
child?
children?
Yes, of course.
I wasn't aware you had children.
Do they share your proclivity for disguises and switch-arounds?
Well, of course, if they were my child, they would have to.
Which one is missing?
Daughter? Daughter. Son.
Mm-hmm.
Both?
Okay.
2. I'm missing 2 children.
2 of them are in the dungeon now.
Taken away
Oh.
from me, deep down into the dungeon.
Do you know who took them or what took them? Was it an entity, an enemy? Are they blackmailing you?
These are all great questions.
I see.
Hex just gets another drink.
Melkiel hopes he does not have any children. He doesn't seem ready for offspring just yet. Well, as it were, I also have a letter. I have been interested to get down there, and it appears we've once again been brought together on a rather coincidental let's say of matching interests.
Wow, this is amazing. Why are you going in there?
Well, I'd like to see some research. Of course, there are fellow clerics that have fallen down there, not necessarily of my god, but, you know, I feel like I could be able to find their things, maybe perhaps put their souls to rest, and I'd like to do a little research while I'm down there as well.
Okay. Research. Gobloidus does some air quotes. Yeah, I'm looking for research too, and maybe a little treasure.
Yes, I will be honest, I do think that my interests do lie more in the way of treasure. I've heard some rumors about what waits down in the Undermountain.
As y'all are kind of chatting and having, at this point, like a waiter has stopped by, giving you, ceremonial, the bread of the yawning portal, which is just a nice rye, and has brought you all drinks of various variety. And as y'all are hanging out, you see a kind of squat, like plumper individual come over. He's got like just a very pleasant face that is like kind of rosy cheeks. You can tell he's been drinking a little bit. And he's kind of he's not dressed like an adventurer. He's dressed more in like casual civilian clothes. And he comes over and he says, my good fellows, I do hope you don't mind me bothering you. I couldn't help but overhear that one of you, I believe it was you, sir. And he points at you, Gobloidus. You said you got a letter?
Yeah, let me find it. Gobloidus roots around in his many pockets, brings out like a leaf, a dirty napkin. It's my new eating napkin. I gave my old one to you, MD. You remember that eating napkin? Yeah.
I sure do. I still have it. It is safe and sound back
Highly
at home.
soiled.
Highly soiled, best I have. And he's rooting around. He finally finds the letter, brings it out, and it's like kind of soggy.
Timbo, do I recognize this person?
I'm just gonna give this to you, Werewolf, because you're a highfalutin, high class individual. You recognize this as the somewhat notable but slightly defunct at this point, Wherewolfbf Gadar.
Yeah. Edda leans over and she goes, "Oh, hello, Volothamp. It's a pleasure to see you. It's been many months since I've seen you at our establishment."
He looks over you and at you, and you get the sense that he's actually looking at you and taking you in for the first time since he walked over, and he goes, "Oh, Miss Alumax, what a pleasant surprise." But yes, that was...
Yes, it's me. And she takes the hood off her cloak.
Just like flaps it into the air, like, yeah, absolutely. I love that.
Absolutely.
Oh my god, it's Harry.
Yes, I've been here the whole time.
Yes, but it's good to see you. I've been meaning to head back to the Alumax, but unfortunately my pockets have run a little low on coinage as of late. The writing business, it's not as good as it once was, unfortunately, but I hope to be back in your establishment some point in the near future.
Certainly, the writing game is all about connections, I'm sure. It would be lovely to have a bit of a reading engagement at the tavern sometime soon. You must stop by.
Oh yes, I'll have my people call your people. Yes,
Wonderful.
And you recognize by that Volo does not. The way he says it, it sounds like he's just heard somebody say that, right?
Yeah.
But yes, good, good. So that letter, I've seen a few others come into this place before with something similar. Do you mind? And he motions to take it from you, Gobloidus.
Yeah, take it.
He takes it very daintily. He does not want to touch it too much. And he goes, yes. This seems there could be no mistaking it. This seems to be a letter from the Mad Mage himself, Halaster Blackcloak. It's signed HB. That's his insignia right there. Curious though, I do know that your letter, it's numbered. This one reads 1 out of 4.
Ooh, I'm number 1.
I
Are we,
checked my letter
yeah.
to see if it has a number on it.
Yes, Hex, you are 3 out of 4.
Oh, it looks like I'm number 3.
Melkiel is gonna take his letter out and unfold it.
You are 4 out of 4. Curious, I haven't seen. The last time I saw a group of invitees down to the dungeon itself, it has to have at least been 5 years or so. I'm not sure what happened to the last group. And he gets like a thoughtful expression, and you see him like kind of turn and look over to a section of the yawning portal, which has this large bedding wall on it, which goes all the way up like all 3 floors to the ceiling. And on it is just names and lists of adventuring parties, all with betting odds on them for various days, various times spent inside the dungeon itself. Oh, there they are. Yes, about 5 years ago, the Cattywampus Shack. But it doesn't seem like they ever came back. Curious.
What? Are our names up there?
Oh, are you going down into the dungeon this fine evening?
Oh yes, missing child and all that.
Yes, that sounds gravely serious. Should you have a little bit of a blasé air? Should you not be more concerned, sir?
I mean, I'm getting there.
I'm not sure how to take that, but I assume that you know your business. And he nods. Yes, as soon as you tell Vola that you intend to go down, he requests a name from you, and then he puts it up on the board, so other members of the bar can vote on you and bet on you, and to whether or not you'll survive, or if you'll make it back at all, or if you'll make it back with maybe one less person.
Okay.
Rather dark practice.
I take out my 100 bag of gold.
I bet on us.
I think we could do pretty well.
Excellent, but you are going to need a name for your adventuring party.
I've never been very good at names.
Well, I suppose it would be unfair for me to say we're all going for the sake of my god. And I assume, Henrietta, would you want your establishment associated with this venture, or?
Oh no, this is a personal engagement this time. I'm more than happy to be a part of a group that is not necessarily sponsored by the family business. And you see she smiles, like, with Henrietta, she doesn't really have a mouth, but like you see her eyes kind of curl up into a bit of a smile, and it's a little forceful that she doesn't want mention of her family.
I'm sorry, I just thought of her having a little dry erase marker with her and just like, a little smile.
Yeah.
Um. All right, understood. In that case, something neutral, maybe something of a natural means. What I can't see anything that we have in common between the four of us.
Dirt rags.
Dirt rags.
No,
It does have a ring to it.
I feel that's not quite. It doesn't quite describe the four of us. I'm afraid.
Just to establish him in the scene, Melkiel, from your bag, you from the special compartment that you've created specifically to house him, you hear Matcha in small baby form just start to like yawn and growl. He was taking a nap, and you get the sense that he's maybe woken up with all the noise on the bar.
I was thinking something around Matcha's name would be very cute.
I do love that. I was quite debating bringing her along, but I simply couldn't say no to the face she made when I tried to do so.
Oh, Wrinkle has an idea. What's that, Wrinkle? Oh, he says Rat King.
Rat King? I like Rat King. Can't see anything wrong
Where does
with Rat King.
where does Gobloidus have Wrinkle? Is there like a little pocket or that he just sits in?
Yeah, I think he sits near my shoulder. Probably in a little chest pocket.
That is so stinking cute.
I love Wrinkle.
I know. Well, I suppose maybe everything I'm thinking of is very silly and very lame. You know what? I know what to do for this. Listen to be typing furiously. You don't need to know what I'm doing over here.
Okay, definitely.
Cheese lovers.
I do love me some cheese.
We did liberate the cheese press. That was one of our previous successes as a group, so we do work well together.
Yeah, cheese is one of my favorite things to find in the sewers. You know, once it's all moldy, it's just like, so good.
I did like
looks
that
like
moldy fondue you had the other day.
Mel looks like
That's the
he
best.
hurts from that. He took just mental damage from that. Just why? Honestly, I wouldn't be opposed to that, even though I feel no one would take us seriously. I don't quite care if we're bet on or not, but at least it'd be something to put down.
So, cheese lovers?
Cheese lovers.
Sure.
If we wanted to heroic angle, we could say the liberators. He thinks that's very clever. He's waiting for the just eventual
Bloidus just looks highly confused, but he's like, yeah, whatever, whatever cheese you said.
Well, then I keep thinking something like the charcuteries, or I don't know, let's see, the liberators is fun, but it is hard to say for kind of the same reason cuties joke and charcuterie is hard to say.
I mean,
That's
I don't
true.
feel like we're going to be the one saying it, right? It's going to be
True.
whoever's betting on us.
True.
I'm also going to be putting 100 gold on a I
We
want
could
to
be like
walk over to the counter.
the Monster Squad. Like Monster.
We did race dinosaurs, which is something I never thought I would do. We could put something
Definitely.
related to that.
Dinosaurs are pretty good.
It is funny the number of times we've worked together at this point, and we haven't yet thought about possibly having a name for our group.
It all appeared to be instances of fate, but perhaps we keep getting drawn back together for a reason. So now that I think about it with that angle, I would hate to write something down and then have it haunt us for the entirety of our potential career together.
I like cheese lovers.
That love cheese lovers. Get it, guys? I love it.
Certainly. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that name if that's the one we'd like to go with.
100 gold on the cheese lovers.
100 gold on cheese lovers. I don't have that name up on the board. Is that a new group?
Yep, that's our new group.
Oh, okay. I mean, I appreciate it. It's self-explanatory. He chalks it up on the board. You said 100 gold.
100 gold.
You see, I
give him a full-on bag, like a cartoon-esque bag. I rip it off one of my patches. I pull it out and I hand it to him.
Hell yeah. He gives you a small ticket, a small like numbered ticket. This is your claim ticket. Make sure you hold on to it so that way you can count your winnings. What are you betting as well, sir?
That we live.
That you come back up the up. Did you come back?
Yes.
Do you have a level depth as well? That would be a modifier to your bet. The more you bet, the deeper that you would go and survive, the more it would be worth.
Oh, we're going all the way to the bottom.
His jaw like opens, like it hits the bar that it's on, and then it continues, spills past, and hits the floor. Are you serious, sir? That's like a times that I nobody's ever succeeded on that.
All the way to the bottom.
All right. He like looks over at the board and it stretches all the way. And nobody has any bets over there except for like a few like small bets. And you see that the multiplier is times 100,000. So 100 gold on to the bottom.
So if we come back before, like if we get to floor 10 and make our way back before we want to go back down, would that be the end of the bet, or is it just kind of a standing bet until?
It would be until you succeed and make it to the bottom. If you make it to floor 10 and come back, it's no dice.
Okay.
I think at about this point, like as you've come over and started talking to the bet taker, Durnan, the barkeep, he comes over. He is perpetually washing a filthy glass with an even filthier rag. Gobloidus, you appreciate the filthiness of the rag, and as you're walking, as you're talking, he comes over and starts talking towards you, Henrietta, and he goes, "Oh, I thought I recognized you underneath that very thin shawl. How's business?"
Oh, business is lovely, I assure you. Things are ever the same. There was a little bit of a sort of distraction the other day in which our cheese press was not in its place of honor in the kitchen, but we managed to get it back soon enough, and things have been going lovely. People love the fresh cheese.
Oh yes, I heard about that adventure that you went on. There were some rumors that I don't know, some kind of antics that you got up to. I don't listen too much to the rumors, or at least I try not to.
Yeah, I think that it was all a little overblown. It was just a simple retrieval, nothing more, nothing too scandalous to worry about.
Nice, excellent. And it sounds like you're intending on heading down into the dungeon tonight.
Yes, I'm so excited. I have never been before, but I'm sure it'll just be another fun thing to say that I've had the pleasure of taking part of.
Oh well, it sounds like your boy over there is thinking that you're going to be going to the bottom.
Well, I mean, if there were any group to do it, we would be the first. We are highly ambitious and terribly good at handling underground work, interestingly enough.
And you love cheese.
And we love cheese. I've heard here's the real interesting thing. I've heard rumor about some incredibly well-aged cheese down at the bottom, sort of a surplus of these cheese caves down deep in the Undermountain.
Hey, well, you didn't hear it from me, but there might be some credence to those rumors. In fact, if you get your hands on any of that legendary lucre and you cut me in on that, I'll make sure it's worth your while. And he gives you a wink.
Definitely. And a wink back at him as I turn to go back to my friends.
As you were walking away, he's filling a flag and he's kind of turned his back to you, and it's kind of like over his shoulder. He tells you, "Remember, there are brave adventurers and there are old adventurers, but no brave old adventurers. Be smart down there. You got to know when to run, and you got to know when there's nowhere to run to." And he just continues working. Gobloidus, as you're kind of like, you're still hanging out with Melkiel over with Volo, he goes, "Yeah, really, very interesting. A very interesting happenstance. Who could have? It's been, like I said, a long time since I've seen a letter of that nature. The last group that was heading down there, in fact, they were, what was it? They were some kind of archaeologist, something of that." He's like, you can tell he's like maybe a little drunk and trying to remember and having trouble.
Is that so? And they all of them received the same letter as we did. This isn't a common occurrence.
No, in fact, I can't remember another time when other folks have received a letter of that nature. It was very peculiar. Oh yes, that's right. They were looking for, well, as I'm sure you know, this whole land, it was previously an elven kingdom before it ended up falling for mysterious reasons. I think those that have been lost to time. But before then, this was actually the capital, and there was a legendary alabaster throne that belonged to the last monarch of this elven capital. And when the elves were routed for whatever reason, when they were forced to leave, they weren't able to take that throne with them. And I believe that was what the archaeologists were in search for. They had maybe gotten a tip or something. I'm not sure, but obviously they never came back. So if you were to find that throne, I'm sure the elves would be pleased at the very least. What were we talking about? He kind of takes a sip from his drink.
Throne? Elven throne. So you think it's like on the bottom, like on maybe floor 5? The bottom, floor 5?
Oh my good sir, you do realize the dungeon, it exceeds, it goes down into the depths of the mountain. It's not just 5 floors, it's 20 plus. It's over 20.
Oh yeah, I knew that. I knew that.
Of course. I don't know. It's hard to say. The elves, all this has kind of been plastered over through time. And elves don't normally live so deep, except for the drow, naturally. So I wouldn't. If I were to guess, I wouldn't say it was too deep in the mountain. Probably under maybe the first 1 through 5 floors, like you mentioned. Actually, if I had to guess, but I'm not a learned man of that nature, unfortunately.
Sounds like I was right.
Very. So would I mean Mel's an Eladrin? Would he know about this kingdom?
Go on and make
Or
me a
have any-
history check.
Okay. Not that I don't believe this very drunk man, but you know. That's a 16.
I'm gonna say, yeah, it does sound like it's like a little bit been paraphrased for sure. Like it's not the most accurate retelling, but the core of it does ring true to you. You do know that Waterdeep did used to be a elven kingdom that fell to ruin in ages past. And the mention of an ivory or an alabaster throne rather, it has sparked a memory of a legend of something of that nature, right? So this rings true to you.
Okay, is it told more of like a children's tale at this point where like it's been so far in history that it's more fantasy than reality? Like is that kind of one of those things?
A little bit, but it definitely feels like it's more of mourning. You know what I mean? Like it definitely feels like this is like a thing that has been lost, and they tell the story out of the maybe potential hope that it could one day be recovered, right?
Okay. Melkiel just kind of rubs his jaw and he says, I've heard of this, but getting witness to it would be something, but to take the entire throne, that's something else entirely. That it is quite heavy.
Oh yes, I believe that if you were to simply tell the elves where to find it in the mountain, they would be able to recover it themselves. Yes, it would. It's made out of stone. So it would be quite heavy.
Yes. Well,
I could take it. Done it before.
Well, but you would simply be too focused and flustered looking for your lost offspring, your son, correct?
My what now? Oh yes, my child lost in the mine.
All right.
Hex, is this child you?
No, what? That doesn't make any sense. How could the child be me?
It could be
Okay.
a metaphor of childhood trauma. Maybe you're looking for your inner child.
Well, okay. Look, cards on the table. We all know Hex's friend thing. Yes?
What?
Yeah, well, I would be a little concerned if he went to get a friend and a child walked back to us. I would be rather concerned.
Just you. Okay, listen. Okay, I might be seeing something that may just not be a thing at all. But when we find out Hex's child is Hex, I just want to say that I put 2 gold pieces down on that.
All right, I'll take that bet.
I grab a very small corner of the board, and that I write under our stuff. I just like secondary bet is that Hex's child is Hex, 2 GP.
I will put a bet against that Hex's child doesn't exist. I put another 2.
Amazing. As y'all are stenciling this onto the board, Hex, out of the corner of your eye, you see a bard who is playing a lute with 3 strings, is giving you an eyebrow wiggle.
Oh, I turn, and then I head on over to whoever this person may be.
Just as you're heading up to him, he's finishing his set, and he takes a breath, wipes the sweat from his brow, and goes and sits in a nearby booth. And he gestures for you to sit next to him. Upon doing so, he goes, "Good to see you, Hex. You recognize this man as 3 strings."
3 strings, buddy. It's been almost 6 hours since I last saw you.
3 strings rolls his eyes. Yeah, I know. Listen, I wouldn't be flagging you if something hadn't come up, but I couldn't help but overhear that you're heading into the dungeon to look for one of your children, two of your children. I didn't even know you had any kids.
All the way to the bottom. Yes.
Wow, they're probably dead if they're at the bottom. I mean, I hate to be dour, but damn, that's deep. You realize how deep that is, right?
Gobloidus says 5.
5 what?
I mean, that's what I asked, and then Gobloidus says maybe 6.
I mean, I hate to say it, but Gobloidus might sound like Gobloidus knows what he's talking about. But that's not what I need you. If you're going that deep anyways, then that's perfect because I have an ask of you. And before you say no, just know that if you do this for me, it will wipe your debt clear with me.
I'll do it.
Perfect. Yeah, it's a real easy job to just take this pouch, and he hands you a small pouch. To a woman in Skullport. She's a half-drow named Kalal Kladani, and she runs the Flagon and Dragon in Skullport. Just take her this sack. She'll know what it's for. Yeah, she's easy to recognize.
Okay, I'll do it.
Perfect. That's why I like you, X. You don't ask difficult questions. And he claps you on the back and goes to stand.
See you later, my friend.
He gives you like a salute and walks up and starts performing once more. All right, excellent. With that, are there any other small scenes that anybody wants to have it while we're in the bar, or are we happy to cut to the descent?
I'm good to head down.
I'm good cutting to the descent.
Yeah. Gobloidus would have just been running around trying to pick some like crusty crackers out of the wood, and just generally licking the bar.
Sure, it's got that. The bar has been around for a long time, so these are some rusty crackers, and it's a very aged and tasty bar if you know where to lick. But as time has progressed, the bucket has been pulled back up to the top. There's enough space in it for everybody. And Durnan looks around and he goes, "All right, are the cheese lovers heading down next?"
That is correct.
Cheese lovers!
All the way to the bottom.
You keep saying that. Well, good luck to you. That'll be 1 gold piece each.
All right, no problem.
Yeah,
I pay the man.
Yeah, and as you all are paying and then filtering into the bucket, the bucket is kind of on the edge, but as you all take your seats and strap in, the bucket is lifted up by a winch and swung over the edge, and y'all are cranked. You are cranked down and down into the mythic depths. You descend while the winch creaks and groans. Adventure awaits, but so too does death. A death that has claimed countless souls, many of them quicker and cleverer than you could ever hope to be. What do you truly hope to find down here? Fame, fortune, power? Countless others have too, and this dungeon is their tomb. Your feet touch sand, and the last torchlight of the world above flickers. The distant sounds of the yawning portal dwindle into thundering silence. Your eyes adjust to the gloom, and shields galore line the walls, all dented and stained with graffiti.
All right. So what do we have here? What's some of the graffiti actually?
Sure, go ahead. It's first of all, who's using light because it's dark down here.
I have dark vision.
I have dark vision. Yeah, I have dark vision.
Dark vision.
I do
It's
not.
the only one
Okay.
without.
Oh, no, okay. Mel will make the light for you if you don't have dark vision.
No. I mean, I can do. Actually, I don't think I have any light things.
Oh, no.
Is light a cantrip for you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'll borrow use the light.
The room itself is about 40 by 40 some odd, feet. The ground itself is sand, and as stated, shields galore decorate the walls. As you are looking at them, you find they're like kind of busted and broken, and they do not look like they are very good shields in any capacity.
I have my sickle that has the light on it, and I kind of raise it to the wall. What does the graffiti say?
The graffiti is kind of covered by the shields. It's like covered up by them.
Do they look like memorial shields of people that have fallen? Is it something like that?
Maybe not a memorial necessarily, but it definitely looks like whoever was wielding the shields was fucked up. Like the shield is busted in a lot of places, all of them.
Okay, so they don't have like little names under them or anything?
No.
Okay.
Gobloidus starts rooting around in the pile of shields to find any kind of trash.
Sure, go ahead and make me a investigation check as y'all are looking around.
I'll help you, Gobloidus.
Yeah, go ahead and make that a check at advantage.
24. Crit.
Wow, very nice. Gobloidus, you move up to the shields and start to that are kind of on the walls, and as you go to touch them, the one that you touch, it falls to the ground and just like kicks up a huge amount of dust, and and it causes a domino effect as all the shields kind of crumble to the ground, making just a loud clattering noise, kicking up all this dust. In doing so, though, you see like shining off of the sickle in Henrietta's hand, you see the shine of bronze go bouncing away as the shields come clattering to the ground, and as following it, you find a bronze mask in a twisted visage of a human, sneering malevolently in your face. It's like a normal-sized bronze mask. And now, with the shields cleared away, you see underneath the graffiti says, "Beyond the pillars, the Mad Mage waits, peering from behind arcane gates, ever searching for one of worth and burying all else in the tepid earth." And then underneath that seems to be written in blood. And then underneath that, in a different font, like it was like written by a different hand, it says, "Welcome to the show."
Can I get a
Gobloidus.
copy of that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Gobloidus, upon seeing this twisted bronze mask, is like, "Oh, this is beautiful." Puts on the face.
Sure. As you are motioning to put it on, you see that again on the inside of the mask, etched into the metal, are the words, "Collect them all, 1 out of 4." Donning the mask has no effect. You're wearing a mask now, and it doesn't obfuscate your vision, but it's maybe a little bit because it's a mask. But nothing magical happens.
Well, Gobloidus, you're looking good.
Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna see if I can wear it long enough so it'll stick to my face.
All right.
Given that we're now basically in the lion's den, are you sure you want to put mysterious things on your face? They could have a magical effect further down the line.
I'm fine.
Okay. Good to know.
Amazing. But yeah, at a cursory glance. Oh, I would also say, Gobloidus, with that 24 investigation, you obviously spotted the mask bouncing away. There's also an exit to the south. But with that 24, you also see to the north, there is also a crack in the wall that doesn't look right. In fact, it reminds you of your sewer cracks a little bit. And you recognize that if you jimmy it just slightly, it will probably open into a secret passageway, and that's to the north.
Oh.
Ooh. Yeah. Gobloidus, find something.
Also, just for so everyone knows, I'm going to activate the stream loots cards now. So anything can happen, and viewers are going to be able to do things. So hold on to your butts.
Wonderful.
Amazing. Gobloidus, should we? It's like the sewer hole. Should we open it?
Yeah, of course. There's got to be some water over here, and when there's water, there's mold, and when there's mold, there's bugs, and you get it.
Oh, I know where you're headed, and I'm gonna try to open up the little thing.
Sure, yeah. Like at Gobloidus pointing it out and his discretion, you're able to crack it open. Upon doing so, you make me a perception check. Hex.
Uh, 11. I see good.
As you crack the door open, you feel like you may have heard the sound of footsteps pattering away from the door, but you're not sure.
Oh. Okay.
So you should be able to see that now. Let me know if you can.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, will we be heading to the north into the secret passage?
Yes, I would like to look around in this secret passage. Someone was just in here, maybe, possibly.
Yeah, this is where all the good stuff is, in the secret area.
One someone or several someones?
I can't, you know what? I can't be fully clear, but I did hear something.
Heading
Maybe.
out that secret door, you find yourself in another corridor.
Ooh.
It heads off to the left, and there are several other passages leading off of it.
Oh, I think this may be where we needed to go all along.
It's gotta be. It's destiny. Yeah, let's, what is over here? I'm gonna look in this cubby.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, let me continue to reveal. As you continue out this direction, you see that there is a corridor that continues to stretch onward this way, to the north of you. To the left, there is a door.
Oh. I will try to open this door.
Sure, yeah. It's actually unlocked, and as you do so, it swings open into an empty little closet.
Oh. What's in this little closet?
Just gonna check it out. Yeah, go on and make me an investigation check.
Gobloidus, you're the better at looking for things, but I'll help you.
Ah, alright.
I'm gonna keep the door open. I'm just gonna hang out over here and keep the door open. I don't know. This feels incredibly suspect to me.
Yeah, Gobloidus, you do recognize that this back door, this wall is actually a secret door as well. It's not nearly as well hidden as the other doors, as the other door was.
Oh, more secret. He'll try to open this one.
Yeah. So as you open the door, you realize it pulls inward, and as you do so, it's kind of like that moment when you didn't realize that there was something like a weight being held back, kind of like a dam. And as you pull the door open, the weight becomes full on the other side of the door, and it slams open with china and plates going crashing and clattering to the ground, making an absolute noise, making just a huge racket. And you hear voices from from further down the passageway go, "What was that?"
Whoops. I think we're interrupting someone's dinner time.
Maybe.
Oh, you want to say hi?
I think we should.
Okay.
So Gobloidus and Hex are heading towards the voices. What about Henrietta and Mel?
Uh,
I'll follow.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Um. Yeah.
Hearing all the clattering and commotion, Mel is just gonna be like, "Well, what was that?" And all of a sudden, those two are running off, and he's very much regretting not having two child leashes, just like trying to hiss, like, "Get back here!" Do we hear any other commotion with all that loudness coming from anywhere else?
No, it sounds like it's mainly echoing from the echoing out from the passageway further. And as y'all continue to progress out, you see that there are several individuals, several humanoids. They've all drawn weapons on you, and they are standing at various positions. A commanding-looking individual is also has his weapon drawn, and he's standing out there. And as you, Gobloidus and Hex, as you come out into the open, I'm just making this visible for y'all. Whoop. As you'll come out into the open,
Oh my.
as you're coming out to the open, he says in a deep voice, "Halt!" Rumbles a voice from the dark. Torchlight sputters in the chamber, silhouetting 9 figures. Yellow fangs gleam with red grime. You stand in the dreaded crypts of the Countess Heria herself, and our master shall have her due, you cattle. Now choose now, gold or blood, lest you be damned like us. And at that, the rest of the thralls all bare their fangs and hiss simultaneously. What do you do?
Hex is gonna put his hands up and go, guys, did you not get the word that we were coming, the new recruits? And Hex is gonna make his own teeth become vampire teeth. And he's like, see? Vampire. We're all vampires together.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey guys. Yeah, we just yeah, wanted to join.
Hex, go ahead and make me a deception check. Not an advantage at normal.
Okay, that's fine.
16?
16.
Wow, 30 on the other roll. Holy shit. Okay, 16. He goes, "Really? You're here to join us? I wasn't expecting any new recruits. Normally, Harry runs this by me."
I don't know what to tell you. Harriet said, how else would we have known to come through 2 secret doors that were hidden so perfectly to find this room in particular?
Got a point. You've got a point.
Octal like groans to himself, and oh, something's happening.
Something's happening.
Elephant added the name Dick Dickley to the NPC pool. Beautiful.
All right. Well, hello. His name is now Dick Dickley. Is that a biblical name? Oh my god.
So the next time that an NPC needs a name, that I'll pull a name from a random list of these names. Dick Dickley is now on that list, and Dick Dickley may be showing up at a time near you. Who knows? He goes. So you're telling me that Harry hired you all?
Yeah, we're new recruits, blah, 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 vampires. But listen, how about this? You know Harry really well, right?
Yeah, we're pretty good. We're pretty tight.
All right.
Are you?
Think of think of something that only she would know to tell us so that we could come here, and I'm pretty sure she told us.
He begins to stroke the small beard on his chin.
I'm casting detect thoughts on him.
He is thinking about how this is all a sham and they're not real vampires.
I go, look. You wanna know how I know that I'm supposed to be here? I look at him and I go, look, these teeth aren't real. And then he like kind of pushes them up, and like they look like novelty, like fake vampire teeth.
Well, sir, I don't know what you mean. Well, your teeth may be fake. Mine are, I can assure you, are true.
Yeah. Mine are real too. A wink.
I sharpen mine daily. I mean, that's just, it's just normal.
I mean, look at my friend here. He's a real vampire. A wink. And Hex is saying the wink thing each time.
Amazing. Okay, so somebody just played a wild magic surge in the chat, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll a d4.
Oh no.
And we'll see who that impacts. Werewolf. Roll me a d100.
Absolutely. We love a wild magic surge.
Oh my god, it's my favorite.
D100.
Hopefully it makes you look more like a vampire.
A 14.
You cast confusion centered on yourself.
Cool.
Oh god.
Let me pull up confusion.
Go ahead and roll. So, for the next minute on your turn, you're just gonna do a bunch of random actions, basically.
Yeah. Wow, this spell has a lot of stuff going on. So this happens on my turn, though.
Yes.
Oh wow, 4th level. Okay.
Components. 3 nutshells.
That's fair. That's a good component.
Gobloidus, he found some nutshells in the bar.
Arcturl goes, I don't know who you are and why you're claiming that you're claiming that we're not real vampires, but Henrietta would never make such a claim. Boys, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Everyone can currently act and move normally.
Okay, great. Is it a radius?
Yeah, it's a 10-foot radius, and it is every creature centered on the sphere, or every creature within the sphere. Like, I don't pick who's affected by it.
So us for sure.
But right now, it's all normal.
Amazing. Okay. And Arcturl goes, I don't know who you are and what you're claiming, but Henrietta would never make a claim such as that. And then he gestures to his thralls. 2 arms. These are imposters. Everybody go and roll for initiative.
No.
Okay. Time to roll initiative. Oh, tasty. At 20.
I got a 13, but I'm also going to refresh.
It didn't pop over. Let me try and refresh as well.
I mean, I'm probably going to go first, but I'll tell you, I got a 7.
I got a 23. Oh no. My thing just timed out.
Oh, on
That is-
D&D Beyond?
That is actually okay. Let's go ahead and take let's take our break a little bit early here, and we'll come back from the break getting into the initiative.
Woo woo.
Alrighty, folks. So we're going to take a 15-minute break. We'll be back at 8:25. Stick around as the crew, as the cheese lovers deal with the Undertakers. Hello, Guilders, and welcome back to the second half of Dungeon of the Mad Mage.
What an incredible
No context. No context. I'm just gonna leave it. I'll let you guys. I'll let y'all fill it in.
Milk as an essential building block.
When we last left off, the party had encountered a group of devilishly dressed actors pretending to be vampires, but would never be deigned to admit to their lie. When they recognized that the party was not the members of their acting troupe that they had thought were coming to join them, and have decided to take up arms after being snubbed in their proposal of money or blood. So as a result, we're going to go ahead and dive into the initiative. Henrietta, you're going first. So the way that I'm going to say this is the confusion is going to go off every turn. So we'll count that first 10 that you rolled as this turn, and then every subsequent turn you're going to pulse with confusion energy, and anybody within 10 feet of you is also going to be impacted. Okay.
That does make me terribly worried about being in the middle of everyone. But getting up in this dude's face also feels like a bad idea, you know? But Henrietta goes, "Oh, are you familiar with Jim Dark Magic?" And she's gonna push through past Gobloidus and fire, he's an old family friend, and fire Jim's magic missile at this man. So that is 3 attacks. So for people watching, Jim's magic missile is from Acquisitions Incorporated, and it's a little different from standard magic missile. You actually roll to hit. Fuck! And on the very first one, I got a nat 1, which is the literal worst situation.
Explicitly for Jim's magic missile.
Yes. If the attack roll for any missile is a 1, all missiles miss their target and blow up in your face, dealing 1 force damage per missile. So I take 3 damage after name dropping this guy, and they all explode in my face, and I step forward up to this guy. I'm not gonna get... Well... he's gonna come here, so that's fine. I'm here.
Was it
That's my turn.
the bandit captain Octarl goes, was it that supposed to happen, or I'm a little underwhelmed?
It was a warm-up, darling. I promise you, I shall not leave you wanting from this performance. And she blows a kiss to the captain.
Your head is smoking like a little. Okay. All right. With that, moving on.
It's part of the show. It's a feature, not a bug.
With that, it makes it Melkiel's turn.
All right. Let's see. Ooh, I am right here. So we're gonna scooch around. Mel is going to move forward, kind of in a protective position behind Henrietta. And let's see.
I'm just letting you know, if you end your turn here, you're gonna get hit with the stupid juice next turn.
You call it the stupid juice. But also thank you. Going to do...
How long does
Actually-
this confusion last?
1 minute, so 10 rounds.
Cool.
Is there a save to confusion, or is it just
Nope.
Oh.
Oh, there's not?
And there's no, like... Oh, at the end of each of his turn, an infected target could make a wisdom saving throw if it succeeds.
Okay, go and make that whiz save then.
But it's centered on me, so I think that, like, if you're in the effect, you have to try
Make the wisdom save
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes
Oh,
sense.
this happened before I moved.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay. Because you rolled a 10 on that first roll, the creature could act normally, so it wouldn't have mattered anyways with the
Yeah.
save. But we now know for future. Yes.
I still am carrying that heavy confusion effect.
Yeah, the Jim's magic missile blowing up in your face really didn't help.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Melkiel's gonna go ahead and cast Moonbeam
Nice.
because fuck this guy. Centered on this man, and that is a what's the radius? So a 5 foot radius. So
Yes.
actually centered on this man.
You got it. So this individual right here.
Yeah, because this is the wait. Who's the leader? It's this guy.
The leader up front is the guy up front. Yes.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna try to get out. I'm gonna center it right there so I can get all of those jabronis.
So it is only a 5 foot radius, so it would only affect one square. It's like a single target kind of thing.
Oh, I thought it. Okay. Aw, beans.
But that being said, you could easily push somebody into it as well.
Mm-hmm.
I think you can use it an action to move it on your next turn as well, if I remember.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't it be a 10-foot diameter though? Or is it?
5 foot radius, 10
Yeah,
foot
it's a-
diameter. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wait.
so it would affect 2 squares then, 2 by 2.
So if you do it on that one, it should hit at least.
Oh, so
that-
it's like a square essentially.
Yeah,
Mhm.
1 extra square.
1, 2. Okay.
So wherever it'll hit at least 2 of those guys. And is this a thing or that's a pillar?
That's just like a
Statue?
sculpture. Yeah, it's a sculpture.
I don't want to damage the art, so I'm gonna try to avoid that. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it just about like right here, so I can get these 2 guys.
Okay, nice. So that's going to affect 2 of the bandits and 1 of the not so bandits. Go ahead and post that spell description just so I know what to roll against.
Gotcha. There we go.
I believe it is a con save
Concept.
Yeah,
okay.
it's a con 14.
and disadvantage if they are shapeshifters.
Oh, disadvantage if they're shapeshifters. Okay, even with the disadvantage, this one they rolled an 18. What's the DC?
14.
At 14.
14. Okay, so these guys make it, and then these banditos are going to do a concept as well. They crit fail, so they're going to take the full. So go ahead and roll that 2d10.
All right. That is 8.
Two of the bandits that get caught up in this moonbeam. What does it look
And
like
it's
as you?
radiant damage.
Perfect. What does it look like as you cast the moonbeam spell?
Oh, I hear you on stream, but I don't hear you in the chat. But
Oh, sorry.
it essentially looks like Mel presenting his holy symbol. It's curved wheat leaves coming as if they're rolling through the breeze. It starts eventually as kind of a small focal point of very fluid looking light, and eventually it expands into an explosive beam that fires down upon them.
Perfect. It almost looks like a cascade of of milky energy is just annihilating them. The two bandits let out screams of pain and anguish as this radiant energy just rips into them. But the southernmost bandit, he lets out an inhuman scream. It ascends octaves that you cannot hear as a human, and you hear Matcha in your bag start to growl and get uncomfortable as this sound is impacting him. Nice, and thank you, Werewolf. Grant advantage to the next roll to a random PC. So I'm going to go and roll a d4. Hex, you have advantage on your next d20 roll, whatever that may be. Go ahead and keep that in mind.
All right.
Perfect. Is that it for Melkiel?
Yeah, that's gonna be it.
Did you want to move
Oh.
back out of the area?
Actually, yes, sure am. Bye,
Sure.
girl.
Yeah, you see Henrietta sparking a little bit, and you're like, right, and you step back. I love it. Perfect. That is going to make it Octarl's move. Octarl is going to take advantage of your confused form, and he's going to move forward and start attacking you, Henrietta. It sounds like you have a reaction.
Well, I'm thinking about something. I'm rereading Confusion. Okay, so the confusion effect doesn't like follow me. It's just like we all got hit by the confusion.
Yes, you are. Yeah, I'm gonna go back and say and reverse what I said before. We'll just say that you are confused, and you can make those saves at the end of each of your turns.
Okay, cool. That's a great point about me having reactions. I actually don't think I have any key things that I can do here. No, I don't. So, yeah, just kidding. I don't have a thing I'm doing. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. Octarl is going to move up, drawing a nasty, curved, and hooked scimitar from his belt, the blade of which is nicked, almost serrated as he begins to swing at you, a dagger in his offhand. He's going to make 2 swings at you with a scimitar. Oops. So 20 to hit for the first.
That does hit.
You take 9 slashing as he cuts into you, and 14 to hit for the second.
Does not hit.
And for the offhand with the dagger, he, taking advantage of that new cut, he does 24 to hit with the dagger, dealing 6 points of piercing, just taking advantage of that cut in your carapace and stabbing at the exposed wires and piping therein. As he does so, Octarl calls over his shoulder. He goes, "Boys, go and get Henrietta and make sure she brings Meat Man." And with that, it's going to be Gobloidus' turn.
Meat Man. Oh, these guys are sick. Anyways, I'm gonna move up.
You do have enough space to squeeze past Octarl, but if you move too far past him, he will take an attack of opportunity against you, if you're okay with that.
No, I'm gonna go up to Otaro. Oh, can't believe I missed you there. Take a swing with my rapier.
Yeah, absolutely. If you wanted to, in fact, you could pivot behind him to have advantage with Henrietta as well. He's kind of giving himself away here.
Got you surrounded now, chump.
Amazing. Go ahead and roll to hit with advantage. Oh, and you crit. Very nice. And with the advantage, you have sneak attack. Go ahead and roll that damage.
Oh, that's so many.
Wow, holy fuck. 17 on the first roll of sneak attack, and then 12 in addition to that. So that's 29 points for sneak, pure sneak, and then 12 on top of that with the rapier.
41.
Holy cow, 41 points of damage. Octarl isn't taking you seriously. He's let his guard down, basically completely focused on Henrietta, and that is at his mistake as you just fucking gut the shit out of him, dealing 41 points of damage. You bloody him in this one sword stab. He cannot believe this plucky little goblin just got him so good, and he is scowling down at you. You get the sense that maybe his targets have changed a little bit.
Okay, then as a bonus action, after I laugh in his face, I'm gonna disengage.
Perfect. Yeah. You disengage, ducking away from him. He you can see him like thinking about taking a swing at you, but you're too quick and you get away from him. As you push up, there is a door here.
Yeah, I'll just casually lean against the door, not realizing it's a door.
Sure. I love that. All right, excellent. That is Gobloidus' turn. That makes it the bandits' turns. The bandits are going to move forward, but one of them is going to take a breakneck pace and start to sprint away towards the north. And all the while yelling, Henrietta, you must come quick. Yes?
These three also have to do their Moonbeam save again. Because they're starting their turn in the spell area.
Oh yes, the two bandits. Thank you. They will go ahead and make that con save. They both fail. Go ahead and roll that 2d10 damage. Melkiel. Good shot, Werewolf. Agreed.
Gotcha. Yeah, thank you.
You'll
As an 11.
An 11 is enough. How does it look as this milky beam of energy destroys these two banditos?
this milky demise.
I mean, it's very well. It's actually white bleached milk is a myth that's been bleached. It's more kind of like a yellowish, deeper cream, which is kind of what it congeals to and surrounds them, and just the intensity of this the intensity of this beam of light filling the space, their particles disappearing into the thickness of the cream smelling light, and they eventually fall into what looks like soured curds on the bottom of the floor. They're dust mixed in with the energy and soured.
Beautiful.
That beautiful, like light gold. That's the mark of quality. These are grass-fed cows. This milk. That's how you know that Melkiel has the high quality goods.
I don't know how to make anything that's not high quality.
But
don't eat that.
As these two bandits are reduced to curdy chunks on the ground, you, Melkiel, as well as everybody else, Hex, Gobloidus, Henrietta, you all hear in your heads simultaneously, "Ooh, I love the overkill! 10 points!"
Oh.
Fuck.
Point. I want to suck up some of that curd. So sour.
No, don't eat it. Seriously, don't eat that.
He's going to eat it.
And the bandits still advance, though. One of them is going to push up next to you, Henrietta, flanked by Octaro. The other two bandits that are alive are going to push up on you, Gobloidus, and try to get you. So one bandit is going to attack you, Henrietta, with the scimitar. 16 to hit.
16 does.
5 points of slashing damage as the scimitar falls in Octaro's path as it cuts into you. And then 2 scimitar slashes at Gobloidus, 6 and 9. Gobloidus, you just dodge out of the way. The blades come down, slipping off the soil of your cloak, just unable to tag you. And with that is going to make it Hex. Your turn.
Okay, this is there's a guy running away, and I kind of wanted to stop him. I don't think I'll be able to stop him right now.
Not with that attitude.
Well,
he's severely far away.
He's just
Okay,
out of the 60-foot range I need him to be in. Yeah, he's 70 feet from where I can stop my turn. So I think I'm gonna just stop all this fighting that's happening in this corner with me. I'm gonna stop my turn here. Oh, I can't get that. Alright, I'm gonna cast Fear. So each creature in a 30-foot cone of me, so facing this way, needs to make a wisdom save, or they will drop whatever's in their hand and try to run away from me.
It does look like you would catch Henrietta in this.
It does seem that way, yes.
What's the spell fee?
16.
Okay.
Before we go ahead with that, are you cool with that, Werewolf? Is that kosher?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
So a spell save.
Yeah. So what does it look like as you cast this fear spell, Hex?
You see Hex starts his form starts to alter and change, like through just different horrifying forms as he reads through the minds of the people in front of him. And each one of them gets a glimpse of something that they are the most scared of.
Perfect. Yeah, and you see Uktarl and the bandits wither away in fear at this visage. While frowned by the spell, creature must take the dash action. So on their turns, it sounds like they need to run away from you.
Yes, and drop whatever they're holding.
Sure. Yeah, Uktarl drops both of his weapons to the ground, which go clattering onto the dungeon floor. Same with the bandit that you managed to tag. Because there was a wall in the way, you were really only able to tag these like first two bandits over that are like in your eyesight, and Uktarl, the one kind of around the corner by Gobloidus, was able to wasn't hit by it.
Yeah, I thought so, but that's okay. Maybe if I'll keep it up.
Anything more for Hex?
No, that'll all be all.
Okay, excellent. That is going to make it one of the last fake bandit turns. They are going to make it's a con save for the moonbeam.
Mm-hmm.
15. The DC was 14, right, Mish?
Sorry. Yes, it is. I'm typing notes.
No, all good. It's half damage otherwise, though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it is half damage.
Okay, so he takes 5 points of damage. Yes, and he is going to step out of the moonbeam and move towards you, Gobloidus, and his fist is going to become brick-like as he goes to punch you with advantage twice, Gobloidus.
Actually, I think I'm gonna. Do you mind if I just move myself right here?
So I would say that there's a bandage in the way, so you wouldn't be able to skip past him.
Timbo, my love, you're muted again.
Oh shit! How long have I been muted for? Fuck.
Only about 10 seconds. You're
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I would say, Hex, you wouldn't be able to skip past the bandit because he's in the way. He's kind of body blocking you a little bit there, so you would have to remain that side. So the fake bandit's fists, brick-like, come down against you, Gobloidus. A 15 and an 11 to hit you.
Miss.
Yeah, and you're able to, again, just artfully dodge all of these blows coming in your way. The other not bandit is going to run off as well, flanking after the bandit who ran away previously. That is going to make it top of the round. Henrietta.
Can I move diagonally through spaces?
Yes.
Okay, because I did get hit with fear as well. So, I'm going to take the dash action, but before I do, I cast Step of the Wind. So that's 5, and then, boop, 75.
Can I just quickly, what does Henrietta see when she's looking at Hex? See her fear?
Henrietta, she sees, like, let's see, let me look at the thing here. Phantasmal image. You see, wow, we're getting in there. First session, wonderful.
I want to see
Henrietta,
what you're scared of, you know?
Henrietta is terrified, is running away as fast as she can. She sees an image of herself at the headquarters of the Alumax franchise, and she is working with her predecessors to design the next line of Alumax Warforged. And she just fucking runs.
Beautiful, yeah. And Henrietta, you run after those bandits heading off towards the corridor. And Step of the Wind means you avoid all attacks of opportunity, right?
That is correct.
Perfect. Excellent. And with that, that is going to make it your turn, Melkiel.
Okay. People are here. How is the leader guy looking?
Oh, he looks pretty hurt at this point. Like, definitely
And
bloodied.
terrified.
And he's scared as hell.
Okay. I'm going to, from his position, Mel is going to pull the moonbeam forward so we can get these two guys. So the person on the other side of Gobloidus and the captain.
Oh, I got you. Like that. Like kind of blocking the entry.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. And it
Because-
happened. Go on.
Oh no, I'm saying because I can't put it here and get like all three of these jabronis, right?
No.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna get these two.
Okay, great. And they take damage immediately upon it coming into their square, right?
I believe so. Let me double check that because I think even when you move it.
Yeah, it's like the first time on a turn and at the start, right?
Yeah. For the first time on a turn or start of its turn, it's engulfed in ghostly flames.
Nice. So that means right fucking now. So Uktaro is gonna make a con save. He fails, and the bandit is gonna make a con save. He also fails. Oof. Go ahead and roll that 2d10.
Nice.
Okay. That is 12.
Wow, that is enough. As the moonbeam comes over the bandit that was assaulting Gobloidus, the milky curdly energy curdles him completely, and he just becomes ashen white bones underneath it, completely dead. Uktaro looks like he was very badly damaged by that too. One of his arms has been like completely milkified, and it's now just curded over there, and he looks very bad for wear.
Oh my gosh, I love that. That visual is just, it's actually turning almost blue and then black up the arm, and it fizzles away, and it's just a little curl on the end.
Perfect. Amazing. Anything else for Melkiel?
Nothing that I can do. I can't get past them, or I'll get an opportunity attack. So he's gonna stay here. That's it.
Okay, perfect. Sounds good. That's going to make it Uktaro's turn. He's going to make another immediate con save to avoid the damage. He succeeds, so he's going to take half. Go in and roll that moonbeam once more.
Gotcha. And it's 8, so 4.
And he is terrified. He's going to, as he's moving away, he's going to scream, "No, a true vampire!" as he runs away. He doesn't disengage.
Uh-oh.
Jimbo.
I think you hit it. I think you hit the button.
Shit, sorry. Is it working up?
Yep.
Yeah.
As he is running away, he goes, "No, not a true vampire!" as he sprints off away from the from the moonbeam. He does not disengage, so I don't think anybody is near enough. No.
No.
But he just sprints, absolutely blind panic, running away from his deepest fear. With that, it is going to make it your turn, Gobloidus. The bandit to the north of you. Yeah?
When he gets away, he can make that save again.
Oh, thank you. It's a whiz save?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't make mine either.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and make that whiz save as well. Werewolf, he fails. Let me have the other guy make the whiz save too.
I got mine.
Nice.
Oh, no, only if you're out of sight of me.
Oh, okay. I think the other one would also have counted. So, but they fail regardless. So they're still scared of you. The thought of whatever the fear that you created, it burned into their minds. That makes it your turn, Gobloidus. The northmost bandit to you has been curtified. What do you do?
Power. Gobloidus is going to lash out with his rapier at the guy to his left.
Absolutely, go and roll the hit.
$19.
A 19 will be enough. Go ahead and roll damage. This will be without sneak attack, though. Nice. Yeah, the rapier cuts into him, Gobloidus, and you bloody him with that blow. He's still up, but he looks like a stiff breeze. You bloody him with that blow, Gobloidus, and as you do so, it looks like a stiff breeze would knock him over, but he's still up.
Gobloidus starts blowing.
Good one. All right, and is that it for Gobloidus?
He's gonna bonus disengage.
Sure, where are you going to move off to?
Just a little bit up away from these guys.
Perfect. Yeah, absolutely. As you, I assume you move around. I didn't see your direct movement. I assume you moved around the moonbeam. So, okay, great. Perfect. That is going to make it the bandits' turns. The bandits can't really get in to past the moonbeam. So, except for the one that's already in there. So the one that's already in there is going to take the stab at you, Hex.
Oh wait, this guy that's with me?
Yes. Oh, he's
Didn't
frightened, isn't he? Yes.
Yeah, he's got to run.
He has to
Away.
run. Will he run away even if it means physical harm to him?
Yeah, he's got to
Okay.
get a terrifying thing. I mean, I'm going to attack him as well when he runs away from me.
Oh, sorry. So he is going to sprint off. Go ahead and make that D2D10 roll, as well as Mish, as well as you, Hex. Yeah, 25 is going to hit.
Gotcha.
And he fails.
16.
Okay, so with the go ahead and roll damage,
Oh,
Hex.
God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With the combined damage, you stab him as he steps stumbling into the moonbeam, and he just curtifies and absolutely is just dead immediately. He comes out the opposite side of skeleton. The other bandit though is going to move forward and is going to take a pot shot at you, Hex, with a crossbow that it's going to wield. 20 to hit for 2 points of piercing damage as a glancing blow catches your arm.
Okay. That hurt a little bit.
And that is going to make it your turn, Hex.
Can I bop the one that just ran away?
Oh yeah, sorry. If you have the attack of opportunity, feel free. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ooh, try to stun him.
Yep. We're gonna. Well, I don't know if. Here's the thing. His compatriot already ran way down the hallway. I think we kind of lost the catch them thing. So a sickle attack. Slice. Well, that's a 9.
In his blind panic, he's not paying any attention, which makes his actions a little difficult and a little erratic to be able to tell, and you just miss. All right, that makes it your turn, Hex.
All right. And it's whenever I enter the thing, I gotta take damage.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I guess it's fine. You'll heal
Why
me
don't-
later, right?
Why don't you ask him to put it down like a strobe light?
I guess that is true. Can you dismiss this?
No. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
Oh,
Try.
good joke. Wait.
Aha!
I wait for the dismissal, and then I'll make my way around. 10, 15, 20. It can attack me if it wants.
Yeah, the bandit will take a swing at you with a scimitar. But 11 doesn't hit you, Hex, as you artfully dodge around him.
Yes. And then I'm going to look for it, and I'm going to cast Sleep. That much HP. Forget the psychic damage.
And
28, that's pretty good.
it sounds like you're casting it down the corridor, right?
Yeah, I'm casting it. I want to hit this guy. I want to hit the leader, and let me see. How big is Sleep?
90 feet.
90 feet. Oh, then yeah. I'm trying to grab a guy down the corridor too if I can.
That guy has not been hit just yet. So Werewolf, how much health does Henrietta have?
Wait, don't I get?
She's up to date.
I think I get to decide on whose health, right? Or is it?
You choose within range.
Okay, yeah.
Wait.
So I'm not
wait.
gonna attack
Creatures
Henrietta.
within 20 feet of her. No, I don't think you get to choose.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think you have less
I have
than you
4
gotta have
hit
more than
points.
this, right?
I have 4.
4? You sleep.
I have 4.
You're asleep.
Okay.
So what does it look like as Hex cast cast the sleep spell?
Hex is like, don't worry, I'm going to stop them, and then I, like a shadowy, like sand magic, seeps around the corner, and hopefully also puts this guy to sleep, right?
Yes. So Henrietta has 4 hit points, so she falls asleep first. You power down into sleep mode very briefly. Octaro, he has 8 hit points and he falls
Wait.
asleep next. Yeah?
Here's a great thing.
Oh, you can't sleep.
I don't
can
need
you?
to sleep, and magic can't put me to sleep.
Never
Well,
mind
there
that.
you go.
Because of Sentry's Rest. Constructed Resilience.
Perfect. Yeah, the sleep magic tries to filter into you, but it doesn't find any accessible way to put you to sleep, so you remain awake. Octaro, however, falls asleep, but that's it. The other target had more hit points.
That's fine. I go, all right, well, I think we just need to kidnap that one.
He falls over, fast asleep on the ground. Anything else for Hex?
That's all.
Perfect. That is.
You want to take the big guy?
Wait, the big guy? Yeah,
You
I
said
want to take.
kidnap?
Yeah, I want to kidnap him. And actually, let's see. Who's
None of us are strong.
who? Well, he's sleeping, so we can just tie him up after the fight's over. Henrietta, I'm gonna give you a bardic inspiration.
Thank you. What does it look like?
You see more of this kind of more of this kind of shadowy magic go over to you, and you feel like slight whispers in your ear saying, "You're doing a great job. I'm very proud of you."
Kind of like stiffens up a bit and looks around like, pardon?
You're doing amazing.
Incredible. Alrighty. And with that is going to make it the not bandits' turns. One of the not bandits is going to continue running off down the corridor, making its way down a corridor offshoot that you can't see past Henrietta. The other one is going to move up towards you, Gobloidus, and take advantage of that space left by the moonbeam and try to punch you once more with its brick fists. 18 to hit.
Yeah. But, I'm gonna use a reaction to add my proficiency to my AC, so it would not hit.
Oh, nice. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, like you have like defensive duelist.
That's it.
Perfect. Yeah. So as this fist blow is coming in, you just are able to use your parry to knock it to the side, avoiding the damage. And he tries to go for a second slam attack, but he just totally whiffs and is unable to regain his footing. With that is going to make it the top of the round. Henrietta, you saw 2 of the bandits duck off a side corridor to the left. I'll go ahead and reveal that a little bit. What do you do?
It's a great question. I have so few hit points right now. It feels like a very bad idea for me to go follow them.
Well, you can't come back over here because I'm still in sight.
No, I got through my save.
Okay, then you're great.
Can I hop back in here and can I tie up what's his face?
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check.
Cool.
Now I'm questioning myself. Sleight of hand is still a thing in 5th edition, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, 18. Yeah, your knots are tight, and you firmly secure Uktarl. As you do so, like in his unconscious state, his false vampire teeth clatter out of his mouth and onto the dungeon stone floor. Anything else for Henrietta?
Let's see. I used just a few feet of movement to get over here. So I'm gonna head back down a little bit further. And I'm curious, what is this green thing by the statue?
That
The green and
is
copper
an excellent
thing?
question. Let me. There are 3 statues in this room. They are 6-foot tall statues depicting what look like nobility, kind of what you would associate with the Waterhaven nobles. The middle one that you're looking at appear to be bones of a long dead, potentially adventurer. Staff is broken in half at its skeletal feet.
Interesting. Well, I'm out of movement, but I'm gonna end my turn over here because I don't want to chase them into their hole and die back there by myself. So
Sounds good.
I think that'll be my turn.
You got it. That is going to make it Melkiel's turn. Oh, yeah?
I'm going to also do a... Was tying him up, was that an action?
Yes.
Okay, then, yeah, that'll be my turn then.
Great. Melkiel, that makes it your go.
All right, so we just have these guys left.
Yes.
All right. Boop 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 boop. And only certain ones of them made that. Does there appear to be a difference between the ones that really got affected by the moonbeam versus the others?
That was the one that is currently south of Gobloidus. That one looks a lot more realistic of a vampire. The other one, like you can see, like now that it's been pointed out, you can see like splotches in the poor makeup. But the one to the south of Gobloidus, there are no splotches, and the teeth genuinely look pointy.
Okay, sir, you simply have to leave. Okay, so Mel's going to go ahead and do... He's going to move up here and do a Word of Radiance. You utter a divine word, and each creature of your choice that you can see within range must succeed on a constant saving throw. Same 14 con.
Okay, 14 con. The one the one to the left the one to the left fails, but the one to the right succeeds. Go and roll that damage.
Okay. That is 2d6. Oh, 5.
Yeah, you the bandit behind looks like this. He was like again very very badly damaged by Gobloidus' rapier attack. This word of holy power that you whisper, it clashes into him like a thunderclap, and he crumbles to the ground dead. But the creature directly in front of you winces as the energy washes over it, but it does not fall.
Okay. And that is the entirety of his turn.
Alrighty, Octarl is unconscious, which is going to make it Gobloidus' turn.
Oh yeah. So
Oh, wait,
Gobloidus.
I'm sorry. Do you have flanking here? Or can I move? Can I scoot over this dead body?
You absolutely can.
Okay, I'm gonna scoot over this dead body.
If you actually, I'll move the bandit out of the way. But if you were to the south of Gobloidus, you would give them the flanking. Mhm.
All right, there you go. Have at it.
Yeah. So as he's enjoying the curtified scent in the air, he's gonna go ahead and stab his rapier into the guy south of him.
Yeah, absolutely perfect. Go ahead and roll to hit with advantage. And a 21 will definitely do it. Go ahead and roll damage with the sneak attack, of course.
$17.
Nice. You cut into him, and for the first time, you see that like he looks properly damaged. But instead of bleeding red Icarus blood like you expected, a silvery kind of fluid begins to leak from his wounds. It flows very strangely. It's almost like really liquidy, like it's like kind of gushing out of him. As he's been damaged, he looks bloodied at this point. Anything more for Gobloidus?
Treasure. No, that's all.
All right, perfect. That is going to make it the bandit turns. There is only one bandit left, and they are currently off screen. But Henrietta, you can hear them whooping and hollering all the way down the way. And that's going to make it your turn, Hex.
Okay. That guy looks real bad too.
He looks bloodied at this point, but not in a super bad state, I would say.
Okay, alright. I'm gonna step over his dead friend. And I'm gonna go, look, buddy, you don't need to die here. You can just give up. Just say you give up and it's over.
He looks around and he sees that Octarl is unconscious. He sees that his friends have kind of abandoned him, and he looks like he's listening to you, and he puts his hands up.
Okay, alright. I'm gonna tie you up. You just gotta go with it. And I'm gonna go to tie him up.
He scowls at you, but he allows you to tie him up. Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check.
Okay.
16. Yeah, you tie him up pretty well. You feel like he's probably not going to get out of it. Do you put him over with Octaro? Where do you put him?
Yeah. I go grab Victaro. We should get out of this room before the others come with reinforcements.
So I'm going to say, because that is the final doppelganger that y'all have access to, right? It's going to put us at the top of the round. With this conversation going on. So Henrietta, you hear Hex say we should get out of here.
Certainly, I think that's a good idea, but we do have the issue of this large man.
Grab him.
I'm not terribly good at the lifting. I do really good at jumping and, twirling and tumbling.
Just drag him across the ground. He's tied up.
Okay, it's gonna take us 10 years, but I will. And she goes to start dragging him.
Actually, can Matcha carry him?
So I'm gonna say that Matcha is very small. Matcha is baby. Instead of being a medium-sized character, Matcha is actually small, which is how he's able to fit in your bag. So he's not strong enough really to be able to carry a full-grown boy.
Oh, that's okay.
Baby.
I'm still feeding them spinach. But Mel will help in that case.
Here is a handful of spinach. Okay. All right. Do I need to do like an athletics or something?
No, I mean if you're just dragging his ass, especially if I'm gonna say so you have this not bandit and you have Octarl. If one of you is dragging each of them, then you can move at half speed.
Well, the non-bandit's gonna walk. He's still awake. I'm just gonna direct him. He's still gonna walk.
He grumbles and gurrs at you a little bit, like he growls at you, but you look like he looks like he'll be amicable.
I want to go. You got a family, Chuck? And I want to read his mind. Does he have a family?
His mind feels alien, and as you're reading, like kind of like looking into his thoughts, it's almost like looking at a mirror, and you get the sense that as you're reading his thoughts, he's trying to read your thoughts and trying to understand what you're thinking.
Interesting.
Oh wow, we're the same. It's like, so then it goes to that like if you put two phones upside down and just have those reverberate against each other the entire time.
Absolutely.
That nasty squeal.
There's a psychic feedback loop happening.
I go, oh, I like this one. This one I'm gonna try to keep alive.
Quick question about our beautiful friend Matcha. Bigger than a bread box?
About the size of a bread box. I was thinking he's like house cat sized.
Okay, cool. Just checking in.
Yeah, absolutely. And while this is going on, while you're discussing this and getting into preparation, you hear from the north, from where the bandits ran off towards, you hear a large rumbling sound begin to echo down the corridors.
Yeah, we gotta go.
Well, let's leave.
Ugh! Let's get out of here.
All right, so dragging Octarl and with the not bandit walking, which direction do you go? There are two doors in this room as well, on the east side, as well as another corridor to the left. What do y'all do?
Gonna quickly look at this corridor, see what's down there.
Sure, just at a cursory glance, you see that it appears that there are more, there's more space going this way, more corridors leading, and you see that there is a doorway and a hallway continuing, arcing down that direction.
Okay.
Oh, MD, I hate to be a bother. Do you have a little bit of, would you be able to help me a little bit? I am feeling a little under the weather.
Absolutely. In fact, I have I have something for you. And he takes out this very fine glass-looking bottle. It doesn't look like glass. It is glass. I don't know why I said that. It's that good plastic. It has really green and gold filigree all around it. And Henrietta has most likely seen one of these potions before, but it's basically the essence that Melkiel's god lets him heal with, and also use in healing potions and things like that. So he definitely goes to administer some of that to you. And you can do 2d4 plus 2 healing for now.
Okay, do you want to roll for that, or should I?
Oh, it's up to you. Here, I can roll for it. Beep, 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 beep. That was 6. I should have had you roll.
I'm still glad for 6. No worries. Thank you so much.
I'll give you something more substantial once we get settled.
Bloodus is gonna look at the detritus around this statue.
Sure. Just at a cursory glance, it appears to be a corpse. It definitely goblinoid in nature. The kind of the figure is a little squat, and And you see that there appears to be a staff that was snapped in half, like laying at the dead goblinoid's feet.
Oh, a brother. Gobloidus would like to pick up the staff and examine it.
Sure, yeah. It doesn't look. It looks like there might have been magic at one point flowing through it, but it looks like whatever happened to it caused it to smash, disrupted that spell, and it doesn't look magical currently.
Rest in peace, my friend. Gobloidus will throw a piece of old pine cone on the guy.
Beautiful. I love it. All right, excellent. So Gobloidus is taking a look at this at the statue. Were Henrietta and Melkiel heading off to the left with their new with Uktarl?
Yeah.
Yes. Essentially, which Mel's gonna explain himself. Essentially, I can put Glyph of Warding behind us. If someone follows, I just want to make sure we have a door between us.
Yeah, absolutely. And heading off towards and looking over to the left down that corridor, you do see two doors that terminate at the end of that corridor.
All right, going to open the first one, peek in there.
Hey, wait up.
Yeah, absolutely. Peeking in through the first door, you see it enters into a small hallway with another door.
Nah, I don't like that.
It's just a small way.
It is a small way, but it's not particularly safe if we're being pursued. I guess unless I put it on two doors, but they might catch on quick. What's behind this other door really quick?
It opens into a small living quarters. There are several sleeping bags. It looks like that there are, this is where the bandits were living.
Mel is going to relay all of this to them as he does a quick run through to search, see which way they want to go.
Oh! Gobloidus starts rooting around in the sleeping bags to see if he can find any valuables, such as trash.
Sure. So Gobloidus is rooting through the sleeping bags. Melkiel, it sounds like you're potentially putting a glyph of warding on a door.
Yes, that's going to be the intention. Just trying to figure out which way they want to go.
Hex
Okay.
is gonna make himself look like Toro.
Perfect. I love that. Yeah, you take the opportunity to look him over, take in all his features and details, and in doing so, you shift into his form. Beautiful.
And I will also start to mimic his voice as I talk to him for a little while.
Amazing. Excellent. And what's Henrietta doing?
Could I peek through the door to the north?
Sure. Yeah. It's got a pretty open keyhole, and doing so, it looks like it enters into a small room.
Any lights in there?
Not currently lit. No.
I'll be brave. I'll see what's up.
Sure. Yeah. It looks like a small bed chamber. Like this one looks like it's like an explicit room. There is a bathtub underneath a mountain fresco. The fresco takes the entire northern wall of the room itself. And there's a bathtub in there. There's a bed. It looks like there are a couple of, it looks like this is a pretty well lived in room.
What is the fresco of?
The fresco is of it's quite large. It's on the entire northern wall, and it's depicting a rugged mountain that looks hollowed out, like it's like a cross section, right? The caverns contain tiny sculpted figures of dwarves, and it looks like it's just like they're going about it's like a slice of life shot, right? They're going about their business, digging, mining, all that kind of stuff.
Does it look like cartographically representational, or is it just like vibes of a hollowed out mountain?
It's kind of vibes. Like, you remember the story that Volo told you about the elves and how the dwarves had kind of taken over a little bit, and you get the sense that this is maybe from the golden age of the dwarves owning Undermountain.
Yep, got it.
Go ahead and make me as well while you're taking a look. Go ahead and make me a perception check.
What an interesting request, Timbo. Perception.
And can Mel come help?
Sure.
Okay.
You gotta know what's going around.
Hey,
you know?
what'd you do? Hey, girlfriend.
So I got 2 14s.
Perfect. While this is also going on, Gobloidus, go ahead and make me an investigation check. Henrietta, with a 14, you notice that on this mountain there is like a small dwarven figure at the top of the mountain. It looks like he's like outside of the home. He's kind of like scaling it, and he's right at the top of the mountain. And you recognize that there is a small edge between this carved dwarven figure and the mountain fresco itself. Like there is a small gap in between it and the wall.
Like I could take it out?
Do you try?
Yes.
You want me to try? Maybe?
It might be better if you try.
Okay, yeah.
Mel, as you come over and pull the dwarf from the fresco, you find that it isn't just a dwarf, it's a stone key.
Okay.
Ooh.
Gonna tuck that away.
Yeah, he's kind of like seated at the top of the key almost, right?
Stone key. Does it look like he's escaping, or like he's like climbing to conquer?
It almost looks like he's standing like victoriously on top of the mountain.
Yep. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
And Gobloidus, as you're kind of looking around in this small room where all the where the banditos were living at, seemingly, after scrounging through for a good little bit of time, you find a couple of potions of healing, just regular common ones.
Yeah. And he's been just like snuggling into each of the bags just to just to feel he's reminiscing of the warmth and the scent of a dirty body.
And it's a good thing you were doing that too, because it seemed like somebody was sleeping with some health potions under their pillow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Are we still hearing the noises?
Oh yeah. At this point, so Hex, I assume you've come and joined the rest of the crew. Go ahead and position yourselves in this little space over on the left side where you would expect to be, with Octarl and the not bandit.
Since this is a dead end, let's all go into the room with another door.
The room to the north.
The room to the south, the one with all the little sleeping bags.
Yep, didn't see that was the door there. Okay. Boom.
Hey, I find some health potion in here, guys.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, that was lucky. You just happen to stumble on them?
Yeah, someone was hiding them under the pillow for safekeeping.
Incredible. So it looks like y'all are kind of like barring yourselves into this small room, and with Hex looking like Octarl. Mel, what do you do in this moment? It sounds like you're casting the glyph.
Yep, gonna close that door and put Glyph of Warding on the other side. And it's going to be... I'll say thunder damage on a failed save.
Okay, thunder damage. Okay, great. And so go a glyph of ward, and you can like hide the glyph, right? It doesn't. It's not like it's a hidden thing, right?
Yeah, it's hidden. He is going to put some. Let's see. Well, it's going to be from the other side. So he's basically going to take his holy symbol and just move it over the door. There's a brief light trail almost of the glyph itself before it fades away.
Perfect. I love it. Excellent. So there's a few tense moments as from behind the door you hear thud, thud, thud. The stomping sounds come up the way and approach the opposite end. You hear a high-pitched female voice from the opposite side go, "Beat man, be a dear and open that door, will you?" At which point,
wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I do want to make sure I want to have everyone like hidden in the sleeping bags, especially our tied up prisoners. I think Hex is the only one who isn't going to be hiding.
sure. So everybody is in the sleeping bags.
Yeah.
Well, I never got out.
Yeah,
The
sure.
sleeping bags being very quiet. Just because if they open this door and it's all of us, including an undead sleeping person that looks exactly how I look, it's gonna be kind of bad. Hard to explain.
The door's going to explode though as soon as you open it.
Door is gonna explode. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like, I did it by accident. I'm sorry.
So, so everybody snuggles into their sleeping bags. Some people never left. And as the door kind of busts inward, a huge, meaty fist slamming through it, causing the glyph to go off. So, does the glyph have a save associated with it?
Sure does. Also, you may want to back away from that. It's a 20-foot radius sphere.
Oh shit! Okay,
Yeah,
hold on.
friend.
I make sure I far away from the door.
It's-
I act like I'm huddled in a corner.
It's a 14 deck save.
14 deck save. As the fist comes down of this large fleshy golem smashing in through the door, it automatically activates the glyph. I'm sorry, you just said what type of save it was. What was it?
It's a deck save of 14.
He fails. Go in and roll damage.
Okay. That is 26 thunder damage, baby.
Wow, nice. He takes the 26 points of thunder damage, but he doesn't like react to it. It's like hitting a corpse, right? As it strides through chunks of door embedded in its flesh, as this explosion goes off. And you see standing behind the flesh golem, what must be Harry, a young woman in vampire attire, stands there. She's stood back from the flesh golem, expecting some kind of trickery, flanked by two bandits. Everybody in sack, go ahead and make me a stealth check.
Oh, Harry!
Oh, great, my best.
Harry, it's me. It's only I. I hid in here because I was being attacked by those people. Those are pretty good.
Yeah.
Right.
I assume you gagged the other not bandit.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Gagged him and told him don't move, or he might have to die.
Yeah, those are good enough. She goes, "What, Octarl? How? What do you mean? It's a bloodbath out there. There are so many dead."
I know. That's why I ran and hid in this room and made sure there was an explosive on the door.
You coward, Octarl. What? How could you? Also going to make me a deception roll with advantage because you look like him and you sound like him.
come on. I just need to roll good.
No biggie.
24.
Octarl, you fool! How could you let this happen? We've talked about this. You can't just go running away when the tote going gets tough. You can't just leave our boys to die. Do you know how long it's going to take in order for us to get new fresh blood in here?
I'm so sorry. It's just they were all murdering everyone. I had to run. I had to get out of there.
Where are we even going to find actors of our caliber, Octarl? I truly don't know.
I'm so sorry. You know, to make it up, I'll clean up the bodies.
Oh, I believe that to be a given, Octarl. Really now. These are your subordinates.
I know, I just wanted to make it sound like it was my idea.
Well, you attempted to take credit for what was clearly the obvious play, has been noted. We'll have to talk about this at further, especially when we're doing auditions.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I will try harder. Do you think that next time I can be a vampire lord?
Honestly, I'm thinking about demoting you to thrall at this point. Let me look at Meat Man. He's got a chunk of wood in his eye, all from your bloody door.
Meat Man, I'm so sorry. What does Meat Man look like?
Meat Man is like a composite individual that looks very Frankensteinian. Like he's like sewn together pieces and chunks. And like that door blew him up and did like a good bit of damage to him. But he's like completely unreacting as like blood is slowly like pooling down from his wounds.
Oh, Meat Man, look what the door did to you. I'm so sorry. I will promise. I will clean up the bodies, and Meat Man, I'll get you something nice. Maybe some more meat.
Enough about Meat Man. I don't know what we're going to do. This has come at a terrible time, especially with the Xanathar Guild breathing down our necks for control of this floor. You've really put us in a difficult position here. You could have at least had the dignity to die, for God's sakes.
I just didn't want to. I had to run. I peed a little bit, and I make it look like he has like a big old wet spot.
Oh, that's disgusting. I'll leave you to your urine and bodies or whatever. And she kind of walks off, and then Meat Man isn't moving, and she's like, "Meat Man, come along." And Meat Man goes, "Brr," and he trundles off behind. The bandit and the not bandit, they also follow behind, because they know where the true power is.
And then I go, "Oh, I peed everywhere. All the pee, it's everywhere." And then I wait till they're gone. And then I go, "All right, everyone, let's go into my magic hut."
I'm sorry. Is this a theater troupe?
Yeah, they seem to be fake vampires who are doing this for some type of money scam. Honestly, genius. Wish I would have come up with it myself, but yeah, hold on. Everyone into my tiny hut. And I wanna make
Oh yeah. I love the hut.
Perfect. Yeah, you take that minute to cast that spell. What does it look? What does your version of the tiny hut look like?
Inside it's like a very nice little like cabin, nice little fireplace, large dinner table, and there's especially one room that is for interrogations, so he's gotta bring the two people into there and go, "All right, let's see if we can get some more information from these guys."
Yeah, guys, where's the treasure?
Yeah, I want to like sit them at like a large table with like their hands tied behind their back. One's still sleeping, and then I want to get like I go, "Hey, Melkiel,
Yes.
can you cast the light spell on this stick?"
Yes, that I can definitely do that. Or actually, is there some kind of chandelier up top, or not? Not a
Some
damn
type
chandelier.
of lamp.
Yeah, like a torch. Yeah, what I'm saying.
Yeah. I want to like because I want to do the thing where you get a light and shine in their eyes, like,
Oh
"Alright,
my
you
god.
tell me what you
Okay.
know."
Yeah, sure. Yeah, he'll put light on the stick for you.
All right, and I go, Gobloidus, do you want to be? All right, do you want to do another crazy cop? Crazy cop.
Yeah, how'd you know?
All right, let's see if we can get all the information out of this guy, and if he's not gonna talk, we'll wake up the other guy.
So as you went to pull Octaral and the not bandit out of it, you find that there is no more not bandit, and there are now 2 Octarals.
Well, one's still. Are they both pretending to be sleeping?
Yes.
All right, that's okay. One of them will find out. Oh wait, I read both of their minds. Which one gives me that feedback loop?
One of them definitely does. We'll say the one on the left. They're both asleep, but the one on the left does.
I want to get like a big old I get paint. I want to draw a big old circle on his forehead. I go, that one's the one that can change.
Change into what? Let's see it. Change!
The Octaral with the circle on his forehead just looks like he was woken up by the paint job, and he looks around. He's like, what? Like confused.
I know that you're like me, kinda.
I don't know what you mean.
He
I'm a
changes
vampire. Are you a vampire too?
So there are 3 people that look like Otaro right now in this little room. Because Hex also looks like Otaro.
There's only one me. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I know, it's me. I'm the real Otaro.
No, I'm the real Octaral.
I'm Mojojojo.
All right, you tell me what you know about the Zemtara coming after you, and where's a nice little secret passage we can head to get lower down in the dungeon.
Oh, it was above table. It was the Xanathar.
Oh yeah, the Xanathar.
Octaral says, I don't know what you mean, but the Octaral with the circle on him goes, I don't know what you mean, but the Xanathar, they've been bothering us for weeks now, trying to muscle in on our territory.
Like the lackeys of the beholder.
Yes, the very same. You can't miss them. They got the symbol.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know where they're coming from. We haven't managed to track them back, but they're coming from the southern part of the dungeon. But y'all seem, I mean, I feel like I can trust your face. And he gestures to you, Hex. You got a friendly face. I assume no harm is going to come to me and my brother here.
Yeah, I mean, as my face is currently your face right now, I think,
I always knew we were triplets.
yeah, of course. What is this? So we're running a scam. Tell me about that.
I mean, people want to pay vampires to not be turned into vampires or their thralls, right? Easy as it gets.
God damn, it's so genius. Now, did you think of doing the same thing but with weird creatures?
Oh wow, that's
Diversify your portfolio.
Are you busy right now? Because I feel like if we pounded that out, we could come up with something really incredible there. At this point, the other Octaral starts to stir from sleep, and he goes, Like he, it seems like he's been awake for a while and staying quiet, and he goes, all right, let's cut the shit here. You can drop the act, Chad. And Chad goes, oh, all right. And he goes back to like a more standard looking bandit form. Artarl looks you in the eye, Hex, and he goes, I recognize talent when I see it. And you know, I was awake during that whole conversation that you had with Harriet. And man, I just can't believe she would lay me out to dry like that. And also believe that I was this incompetent. I just can't believe her. So I have a proposition for you, my friend, if you'll allow me.
I mean, I'm listening.
You don't want to be on this level of the dungeon, and I don't really want you to be here. You're kind of, I mean, as awesome as you are, clearly, you're kind of bad for business. So what if we make a deal here? You deal with Harriet and get her out of my hair, and I'll let you go free, and I'll even give you a cut of the treasure that we found on this floor so far.
Oh,
Treasure?
well, I think that is, I think we could do something like that. Where does Harriet usually hang out?
She's
Your
up in the
hideout.
she's up in the northern part of the dungeon. She doesn't like hanging out in this area with us because she thinks we're not as up to the caliber as her acting credentials are, and he, you know, rolls his eyes at that.
Okay. I mean, kind of true. You're not as good as, I mean, I thought she was an actual vampire for a second.
Are you kidding me, sir? I trained at the Waterhaven acting school for professionals, I'll have you know. I even graduated.
Oh, interesting.
What year did you graduate?
406.
You see Hex looks and says, "Oh, and was this your graduating professor?" And then like changes to look like some guy.
No, I don't. Who is that?
Oh, I mean, was this the head of the class? And then puts a mustache on it, and it's his professor.
My God, it's exactly him.
Yes.
Amazing. But credentials aside, do we have a deal? Me? He's just the Hex.
Yeah, I think we can. I look at everyone. Does that sound good? We can stop a bad fake vampire.
Yeah, I see no problem with this.
Yeah, I'm in.
And you're going to carry on and do the same thing to other people that come down here. Is that correct? Is that what I'm getting from this conversation?
Well, you know, we might not hassle them with the whole fake vampire bit. That was kind of Harriet's vibe. But you know, we'll you know, we got to make ends meet somehow. Maybe just a standard toll.
I actually have an idea for you that may be pretty nice. Okay, you see these areas that you already have? Set up fake little encounters and then say you'll guard adventures through the fake encounters, and then they pay you, and then you just send them off. So they feel good, like you make
Oh,
them
definitely.
feel
Like
you
sell the
act as if you're hurt.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sir, I mean, are you sure you're not available to come onto our squad here? I mean, I feel like with your business savvy, we could make some serious gold.
I apologize. At this time, my client is not available for consultation purposes. We on the Cheese Lover team would be so sad to let go of one of our big cheeses. And at this time, he is working with us.
I get it. Are you talking Gouda? Maybe a little Gruyere?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Delicious. Well, I can't blame you. But yeah, like if that's, I would be very, very appreciative of that. And like I said, you can come back here, rest whenever you want, and you have the Undertakers to guard you against any potential miscreants down here, other than us, of course. Ha ha ha.
Haha. Do we want to take a little resty? We do have this hut for a little while.
I do love the hut.
We do, and also I rolled a very bad. I rolled What did I? Listen, I'm struggle bus. Oh, I'm sorry. I did a prayer of healing, so everybody gets 6 whopping points of healing. All of my healing has been on fire. So yeah, let's take a rest.
I'm back at full. Thank you.
Perfect. Excellent. So y'all start to like sit down properly for real. Pull out like maybe a little bit of food. Just start to
Oh,
relax.
I'm gonna make him go clean the bodies though.
Okay.
He really does. Like, we can sit here, however, like for at least 8 hours, but he has to go clean those bodies. So if anyone comes in here, they're not like, he didn't clean the bodies.
Sure. Are you gonna like supervise him while this is going on?
No, he's already contracted us to murder Harriet. So I think
Fair
he's
enough.
fine.
All right, excellent. So y'all take that short rest while Carl Grumbles walks up, starts to clean up the bodies of his former fallen compatriots. Excellent. With that, everybody go ahead and take a short rest. Go ahead and get hit dice back and all that good stuff. But I think we're about 10 minutes in from the end of the episode, so I think this is actually a perfect time to call it here. We will follow it up 2 weeks from now with the hunting of Harriet. Excellent. Thank you again so much to all my lovely players for coming on out today. Before we end, let's go ahead and go around one last time so that way you can find out where to catch my lovely players on the various places where they hang out at. Werewolf, why don't you go first? We'll do reverse order this time.
Hello. My name is Wherewolfbf. Tonight I was playing as Henrietta Alumax. My pronouns are they, them. I can be found basically everywhere as Wherewolfbf. That is where, like the question, wolf, and then the letters BF. I do streaming stuff on Twitch every once in a while. I do really wild threads on Twitter. So come hang out and have a good time.
Excellent. Next, Melkiel, aka Mish.
Alrighty. My name is MishroomSoup. You can find me on Twitch as MishroomSoup. I stream once every blue moon. I might start streaming again. We'll see how that goes. But it's a good time. I'm a variety streamer. I like to do indie games, especially RPGs and roguelikes are very fun. It's kind of my wheelhouse. I like to try out new stuff that's coming out, so it's fun. I'm playing Melkiel Dryur, who is MD for short, pronouns he, him, and I'm looking forward to our next game. Check me out if you want.
Yeah, please do. A very funny individual. And next, TheSesh.
Yes, I'm the Sesh. You can find me at TheSeshCast on wherever you get your podcasts. TheSeshCast on Twitch. I sometimes stream, and TheSeshCast 13 on Twitter. And I was playing Hex, who is going deep into the dungeon to find his long lost twin who was separated at birth.
Amazing.
Maybe.
And last but certainly not least, Goldmoon.
Hi, I'm Goldmoon. I've been playing Gobloidus. Yeah, I love playing Gobloidus. You can catch me here every 2 weeks on Mad Mage.
Amazing. Thank you so much, everybody. Make sure you go and drop all of my lovely players a follow on their various platforms to check them out. We will be live again in 2 weeks on November 27th at 7 p.m. EST for the second episode, and I hope to see you there. Thank you again to everybody who participated in supporting the stream today, who subscribed, who bought stream packs, who used those stream loots, who sub biddies, all that kind of stuff. Thank you so much, everybody. I super duper appreciate it. All the follows and all that good stuff. Thank you again. We're going to go ahead and raid into that 6'1" girl who is doing a charity stream right now, a D&D stream. So we're just going to keep that D&D going. But thank you again, everybody, for being here. And I hope you all have a fantastic Sunday. And I will talk to you soon. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.